We humans have this opposable thumb which helps us to grab things like this. But a tiger does not have an opposable thumb, it is a fixed thumb. It cannot grab onto things. However, an insect wing and the wing of a bird is very different. Or similarly functioning organs known as analogous organs, and the gradual evolution of the two animals leading to development of some common feature or more or less common feature despite of them belonging to different evolutionary origins is known as convergent evolution. So let us now look into further evidences for evolution. For this we need to understand two peculiar features of anatomy: the homologous organs and the analogous organs. Let us start off with the homologous organs. Students, you know that penguins are a type of flightless birds. They also have wings. However, they are not known as wings, they are known as paddles, which help them to swim. But a crow and a penguin, both of them are birds, both of them have wings, yet both of them perform very different functions. And in lieu of performing very different functions, their structures have also been modified despite of them arising from a single common ancestor. Why? Because the wings of a crow enables it to fly, enables it to soar up in the sky and glide or fly and swoop down, capture their prey, move to vast distances, etc. Whereas the paddles, the modified wings of a penguin, the forelimbs of a penguin, help them to swim. Okay. So, homologous organs, they have common origin. Both of them are birds. Both of them are winged, warm-blooded animals. They have the same common origin. But they have varied function. Okay, they have varied function. Another example can be our forelimbs, hands. Okay, this is my hand, a human hand. Now, compare this to the hand of a tiger. Both of us are vertebrates, both of us are mammals. We share the same common mammalian ancestor. Both of us have a bony endoskeleton. Both of us have tendons and ligaments and muscles that enables our hand to move. Both of us have 5 fingers or digits. Both of us have nails. But functionally, it is very different. We humans have this opposable thumb which helps us to grab things like this. But a tiger does not have an opposable thumb, it is a fixed thumb. It cannot grab onto things. A tiger has retractable claws, its nails are hidden inside its paws. We have exposed fingernails. Okay. Also, the tiger has huge musculature in its hands, we do not. So, common origin but varied function, homologous organs. Okay. Example: paddle of penguin and wing of crow. Okay, or the hand of a human and a tiger. Now, what homologous organs indicate? What homologous organs indicate is adaptive radiation or divergent evolution. Homologous organs indicate adaptive radiation or divergent evolution. What is adaptive radiation? Let's give you an example. When Charles Darwin, the famous naturalist who gave the theory of natural selection and survival of the fittest, okay, the man whose name is synonymous with the theory of evolution, he traveled around the globe collecting and witnessing evidences for evolution. When his ship HMS Beagle reached the island of Galapagos, okay, there he found finch birds. Finch birds, they are small birds. Some of you may have even pets. Finch birds are kept as pets in some of our homes. So he saw that all the finches over there, they belong to different species, yet they had similar body size, body shape, even sort of similar coloration and patterning on their body. But the main thing that differed in each species was the shape of their beak. Some finches had long, broad beaks helping them to crack open nuts and hard seeds. Some had short, blunt beaks to eat soft fruits only, while others had long, thin beaks so that they can penetrate their beaks into cracks and crevices of trees and woods or rocks to dig out and capture insects. Darwin was amazed. He later discovered that he named these finches Darwin's finches. Okay, he discovered that all these three species of Darwin's finches arise from the same common ancestor, but one population had access to hard seeds and nuts only, not any other kind of fruit or insects. So they developed a different kind of beak to serve that purpose, and they formed a completely new species. Another population was subjected only to a fruit-based diet, a frugivorous diet. So they developed a certain kind of beak that helped them to eat soft fruits only. And in due course of time, they gave rise to another species. While another population of that ancestral species did not have access to any plant-based food. The only food that they can have, or the only food that they were able to capture, were insects. So they developed an insectivorous diet and a suitable beak to support that diet, and they, over the due course of time, evolved into a new species. So from a single common ancestral stock, we got three species of Darwin's finches. They were subject to different challenges in their environment, and they adapted accordingly to that particular challenge, and they radiated outwards from the common ancestral species into different species. They radiated outwards into different species. They gave rise to different species. This is known as adaptive radiation. The radiation or the spreading out of different species from a common species or a common ancestor due to different adaptive strategies to cope up with different environmental challenges. This is adaptive radiation, and this adaptive radiation is known as divergent evolution because different species are diverging out from a common ancestral species. So this is known as divergent evolution. Adaptive radiation causes divergent evolution. And homologous organs supports the theory of adaptive radiation because the three types of beaks in the Darwin's finches are homologous organs. Each three species have different type of beaks originating from a single common ancestor. So the three beaks are homologous organs. They have common origins but varied functions, and the homologous organs support the theory of adaptive radiation, which leads to divergent evolution. So this is homologous organs. So what is analogous organs? What are they? Okay, let us first look into an example of analogous organs. Insects and birds. Okay. A wasp and a crow. Both of them can fly. Both of them flies overall in the same way. More or less, they have the same aerodynamic stability or the same aerodynamic help or the theories that help them to fly. Okay. They fly based on the same aerodynamic principle. However, an insect wing and the wing of a bird is very, very, very different. Morphologically different because insect wings are covered by thin membranes. Bird wings are covered by feathers. Insect wings are made up of chitinous protein. Bird wings are made up of muscles and bones and ligaments and tendons. Insect wings have no blood supply. Bird wings are supplied by a rich network of arteries, veins and capillaries. Insect wings are not attached to a keel or a breastbone powered by flight muscles, whereas bird wings are attached to the keel or breastbone of a bird and supported and powered by flight muscles. So they are morphologically, anatomically, physiologically completely different. Even they are evolutionarily different because an insect is an invertebrate following the invertebrate path of evolution, whereas a bird is a vertebrate following the chordate and vertebrate path of evolution. So they do not have any common ancestor whatsoever. They have that ancient common eukaryotic ancestor, but otherwise they don't have any other common ancestor. Okay. And the wings of insects and wings of birds, by the time they originated, they were separated by millions of years, so they do not have any common ancestry. Such kind of organs which are morphologically, anatomically, physiologically different, even evolutionarily different, they do not share any evolutionary history, they do not have any common ancestor, but yet they perform the same physical functions following the same principles of physics. They are known as analogous organs. So to sum up, analogous organs do not have common ancestry or origin, but they perform similar function. They perform similar function. Example: insect wing and bird wing. Okay. Now we have seen that homologous organs leads to adaptive radiation or supports adaptive radiation, and which leads to divergent evolution. Analogous organs, they support the theory of convergent evolution. Now, what is convergent evolution? If two unrelated organisms occupy the same habitat under the same environmental conditions and constraints, and they need to adapt to similar kind of situations and need to perform similar kind of activities for locomotion, for hunting, for reproduction, they form similar or similarly appearing organs or similarly functioning organs known as analogous organs, and the gradual evolution of the two animals leading to development of some common feature or more or less common feature despite of them belonging to different evolutionary origins is known as convergent evolution. Okay. And animals undergoing convergent evolution are known as ecological equivalents. A very good example of ecological equivalence is the jaguar and the leopard. One is from South America, one is from Africa and Asia. But they have similar body shape, structure, even skin patterns, because both of them are ambush predators and both of them have similar hunting strategies. Both of them face more or less similar environmental challenges, and they live in areas having more or less similar climatic conditions. All these features have led to the evolution of convergent species or ecological equivalents, since they have developed a similar kind of morphology, similar kind of anatomy and physiology. Okay, this is the result of convergent evolution, which is supported by the analogous organs. Okay, so ecological equivalents are like the leopard and the jaguar. So these are the anatomical evidences for evolution.